All right, welcome back to the final reaction. Nick here, and I'm going to give you my quick thoughts on Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Just got out of the theater and saw. I was going to record an after the theater instant reaction, but the sound's not so great, and there's a lot of people around and all that kind of stuff, so I decided to just get home, but I just got back and saw it, and don't worry. If you do manage to venture to my small channel here, I appreciate it. Don't worry, I'm not going to give any spoilers. If I have any slip out, I'll catch that during editing. And so here's the third film. You all know it. From what we're told, the final Guardians of the Galaxy film. James Gunn has moved on to DC to head that studio. And please, please let that be good. But we have this film. We have all the characters that you want back in this film together, besides, those who have not survived to this point yet. And I left this film completely satisfied in every sense of the word. And I'm choosing my words very, very carefully on what I say, because when I say no spoilers, I mean zero spoilers. There's some reviews that were non-spoiler that I was checking out before, just getting kind of temperature check. And I had to stop some of those because they were just going into too much detail about the plot, the story, all that kind of stuff. But when I say completely satisfying, every character that they show has amazing moments, amazing situations around the whole rocket situation that you're told about in the trailer. This film had great music, like all the films do, but I gotta say it's probably my least favorite soundtrack. Some of the songs really were part of the emotions and the plot and all that kind of stuff. Other songs were kind of just there, kind of noise, but the music was still good. I was really excited about a lot of the songs that they chose for this one, as they were more modern songs as far as compared to the other ones. This movie had so much heart, and if you have a heart, you're going to be feeling the emotions all throughout, especially the second and third act. I was tearing up several times, okay? And as I've gotten older, I've been more apt to tear up in movies, emotional movies, because I get so invested in them. And this one is no exception. It was a good kind of cry, all right? It wasn't like sobbing. It was a good cry, good tears. I'm trying to wipe away as I'm watching the movie. It had a great balance of levity with the jokes. It had a great balance of the silliness without being too silly. It had some quirky stuff in there. Had some surprise actors. I didn't know were making cameos in it. Don't get too excited about that, okay? I'm not talking about huge actors, but if you are a fan of sci-fi films, you'll see it. You'll know it when you see it. I really enjoyed the plot. I was kind of surprised by some of the twists and turns that went in. Throughout this movie, there were moments, there were segments, like 5 to 8 to 10 minute segments where it was kind of slower. I wasn't really sure what the purpose of it was. I was kind of like, this maybe isn't as good as even the second one, which the second one I really enjoyed. I love the first one the most. The second one I really enjoy. I'm not going to rank this one with the other three. It's just too early. I've only seen it once. But I do like the second movie a lot. There's some issues, but I like it a lot more, I think, than most people do. But there was moments where I was like, this isn't even as good as the second one was. But then, man, you got to watch the entire film, because, oh my goodness gracious, it's just, James Gunn does such a great job of just closing up all the things he sets up throughout the first act. And the first act isn't boring. There's some great stuff there, but it just comes together in this perfect gel. It's the positive reactions that are out there are very deservedly so. Well merited. This movie is such a great film, and I'm going to call it a film, not just a comic book movie. This is such a great film. It's easily the best Marvel film since No Way Home, and I enjoyed Quantumania for what it was. I don't think it's one of their best, okay? This movie, it's different than the other two to a certain degree. It's a beautiful film, and that was the word I kept thinking to myself when I was trying to sum it up in one word. It's beautiful. It really, really is, and it gets me excited for what James Gunn's going to do with the DC. Okay, I know a lot of people love the Suicide Squad, his version, but sorry, unpopular opinion, I didn't like it that much, and I hope that that's not his DC. I don't want him just to redo Marvel, but what he did in this film with caring about, it's all about the characters. The character progressions in this is fantastic. I'm not going to get into it, but the Gamora and Peter Quill stuff, I thought was great. It was a little unpredictable. It seemed natural to a certain degree, and it was fantastic to watch. All the characters, they're great. They shine. The actors, it's if this is the final Guardians of the Galaxy movie, it's really, really tough to accept that by the end of the movie. Those are my thoughts. I'm not really going to give it a grade. I don't think I'm going to do grade anymore on this channel. I don't know. Maybe I'm just maturing. I'm not sure if that's mature, but I don't feel like giving it a grade. It's definitely worth the watch. Go check it out if you haven't already seen it. I don't really think it matters what type of theater you watch in, okay? I'm sure the more premium screens would make it a better experience, but I don't really think it matters. You'll enjoy it in any theater you see it in. Please do me a huge favor. If you like my reaction, my review in any way, please don't forget to like this video and definitely subscribe. We are ever so close to our first goal of 1,000 subscribers. It's been a long time coming for this channel, but we're getting closer. Really appreciate those who've already subscribed and coming back to watch this review. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. And until next time, adios.